The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosensia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosensia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Mosensia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Mosensia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Mosensia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast, T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, and a lot more. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Mosensia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles, and also cool merchandise like T-shirts, pop sockets, as well as phone cases and more. Amazon.com/Mia Mosensia. And also don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, as well as PayPal and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you donate generously today. We're here with a terrific actress, singer, featured in Say Cat's new movie, The Beast Inside. We'll be talking more about that. And she also got some new music called Never Try and the Flip Side. She also appeared on Crypt TV's Featured Creature in the Teddy Bear's Picnic, which is our childhood favorite, and also Beyond the Law with Steven Seagal. Killjoy as Betty Bopp. We'll talk more about that. She's the reigning hottest horror screen queen for over a decade, and she's also a graduate of New York University in Bachelor in Theater Arts and Broadcast Journalism. She's also an established writer, award-winning character, actor, poet, model, TV host, and more. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Los Angeles, the very multi-talented actress, singer, and more, Victoria DeMare. Victoria, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Mike. Wow, you're so amazing. I feel so honored to be on your program. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you on board as well, too. After looking at what you got, you're being featured in Say Cass's new movie, The Beast Inside. You also got some new music on iTunes, Amazon, and more, which is really gaining a lot of traction. You appeared in Crypt TV's Featured Creature, been over 150 films. You got to be amazing as well, Victoria. And we'll talk about the new movie, The Beast Inside, your new music, your amazing career, and more. And before we get to all that, Victoria, tell us how you first got started.
I had submitted to a horror film. Actually, I always had interest in horror films. I love dramatic stories, and I love dramatic Gothic stories, and the creatures and the characters, most specifically in those stories, and was very much attracted to horror as a child. And had actually created a short film that I had actually written and starred in, that was actually produced when I was 13 years old, actually. And so I knew very early on that I wanted to kind of definitely go in that direction. And I played the killer in that film. Essentially the plot was a child from a wealthy family who had masterminds killing her entire family to accumulate all the wealth to herself because she can't stand anybody in her family. And she seduces and manipulates her uncle, who is a little slow to commit the murders for her. And so I I knew very early on that I love playing the bad guy. I wanted to play the bad guy. I wanted to play the monster, the creature, the killer, and all that. And so I had submitted to a film from when I was in New York City, and in Los Angeles, and had come out for the audition, and had never really gotten that far in an audition process. In a major professional film, they had Dennis Hopper and starring in the picture, and I was like, oh my god, big fan. And you know, after these were in-person callback auditions at the time. Everything, the industry has really changed over the past 20 years. But you know, thank you, Victoria. This is so great for you to coming in and everything. And I come up from New York City, so I was kind of like, yeah, great. Like, when do we start? And they're like, well, we're going to let you know. And then that didn't happen. But I continued with my passion, and approximately 150 films later, I'm still going. So I just really just love the idea of horror is so much about, to me, is about what you don't see or what you see, how that affects you personally. So I love that about horror specifically. And I love that the fan base in horror is so passionate, and they follow you your entire career. And they're really so very serious about being a fan and being loyal. They're really a wonderful fan base to have.
That is so amazing how you got in as well, too, and quite scary at the same time. But, you know, that's just so amazing what you had. And what was that one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career?
I started actually professionally as a ballet dancer whilst studying at New York University. I was an apprentice member of the Joffrey Ballet Company when they were still in New York City. And I got hurt in a way that altered my possible outcome as a professional ballet dancer.
Oh, really? How so?
An injury in my foot that just really changed kind of not the bone structure of my foot, but just the ability of the longevity of what a professional dancer goes through on their toes 6 days a week for umpteen hours for umpteen years, and
wow.
and how that kind of changed. And so and this was, you know, like a 20-year-old, that's a kid to me, but, you know, a 20-year-old young adult, a sophomore in college, basically, and going like, oh my, through my healing process, like, oh, like, you know, where to go. And it was really kind of like clear. It was kind of like red flags and sirens going off that, like, well, your theatrical career has always been so, and I could still use dance in my work as an actor.
That's rather fascinating. It's something very nice to have. And you talk about your horror being your favorite. What are some of your favorite, you know, actresses, and also, you know, movies growing up, especially in horror?
You know, it's really the monsters and not so much so the actors that portrayed them. I would say my favorite horror film of all time is Jaws, Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Because
yes, I remember that. Bodum, bodum, bodum.
Yes,
that shark still gets in my brain, I'll tell you.
Exactly, and that score alone is also my favorite. John Williams' score. Those two notes will terrify everyone for the rest of their lives. So I absolutely, and I love the fact that just the whole mastermind of that shark, like pursuing this family and like taking people out, and this shark was this like monster and killer and had this like clear motivation, and you know, when you find out, you watch the making of it and everything, when you're really into it, you know, it was a puppet, it wasn't anything like really real at all, and like, and just the way they made the film and everything, and you're like, wow. And just like how that film, and just the thought of like the water and that music and like any kind of like shark or whatever, like immediately I just think of that original film. So that is absolutely my favorite horror film of all time. I'm really, I mean, actress wise, I'm really impressed with what Linda Blair did in The Exorcist, because she was just a child playing this, horrific monster that I was verboten to see for many, many years. So obsessed as a child with horror films, and I didn't even see The Exorcist until high school because I wasn't allowed to. And
that was the R-rated thing, the big deal, right? Yeah,
yeah. And what she did and what she went through, in the process of making that film, and just everyone in the making of that film. So I really love the classics. Also, of course, the killer Jason in the Friday 13th franchise, more so than any of the other actors in it. And the monster, of course, Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street, However, I do like a lot of the different actors' work in that franchise, but really the monster was, of course, my favorite thing about it.
That's rather fascinating. I seem to enjoy that as well, too. And what are your thoughts on Stephen King and his movies?
Oh, absolutely. Pet Sematary is absolutely, possibly, I would say, my second or third. It's really an arm wrestle between The Exorcist and Pet Sematary. So absolutely. I would say his books are by all time, hands down, my all time favorite.
That is so amazing. I can imagine Johnny just going through the door. Here's Johnny.
Oh, and of course that's what that did for Jack Nicholson's career is just unbelievable.
That is amazing too. Not just sitting in the front row of the Lakers game, that movie, everything taking off as well too. You also appeared in Crypt TV's Feature Creature. Also, you appear with Steven Seagal, and you also played Betty Bopp. We'll talk about those in just 1 minute. But first, to listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking a budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Ghost Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. Also, support The Mike Wagner Show with your generous donation on Anchor FM, PayPal, and themikewagnershow.com. Make sure you give generously today. We greatly appreciate it. We're here with actress, singer, and also published writer, award-winning character actor, poet, model, and TV host, the multi-talented Victoria DeMare here on the Mike Wagner Show. And before we get to your latest project, Stated Cast, The Beast Inside, also new music with Never Try and Flipside from DMX Caliber. You appeared in Crypt TV's Feature Creature with the Teddy Bear's Picnic, also Beyond the Law with Steven Seagal, and Killjoy as Betty Bopp. And tell us about some of the movies you've done, and especially the 3 I've mentioned.
I would have to say that it was really exciting to go to the cinema and see a Steven Seagal movie that I was actually in, because I was a big fan of Steven Seagal, and the late great rapper DMX was actually in that film as well. And I also had a song in the film as well, one of my pop dance songs called Wandering. So it was super, super exciting and surreal. A really wonderful picture directed by James Cullen Bressick, and I was just so thrilled to be in that and be a part of it. It was really, really thrilling. The Killjoy, the feature film horror comedy series Killjoy, was really one of my most favorite projects I've been a part of, actually, playing Betty Boop, actually, which the name of the character was a play on Betty Boop, of course, the animated character from the 1920s. But Batty Boop is actually the lead female villain character in the feature comedy series, and she appears in 3 of the 5 films, Killjoy 3, 4, and 5. And she's a demon succubus clown from hell, and she is actually Killjoy, the central character's girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
It was a really exciting character play, very difficult character play. It was very physically, mentally, and emotionally very difficult. I had a very specific accent and character sounding voice that I had to prepare and perform to be consistent in all films. And I had a 5.5 hour full body head to toe makeup application that took 5.5 hours to get on, 2.5 hours to get off on consecutive days. So I was working literally 20-hour days on those pictures. So it was quite a challenge. Full contacts, wigs, prosthetics, everything, you name it. And it was really super fun, a really great learning experience. And the character was actually merchandised into an action figure doll and 2 comic books. So it was just really, really thrilling. I'm just so proud of it and so honored. I thought at the time when I was performing the character that she was either going to go down in history as the worst character and I'd be the worst actress known of all times, or she'd become an iconic little niche little thing. And happily and luckily and gratefully, the latter happened.
Oh my gosh, isn't that something? Well, I'm sure Betty Bop would be greatly appreciated as well too. And of course, I'm sure she'd probably come at me for turning the name around. But also, what was it like working with Steven Seagal?
I didn't actually have scenes with him, but from what I understand from my friends that he was really great. He was a really nice guy, and it was just really a professional environment and just really super fun. And it was really surreal for me. I just couldn't believe it. I was a really big fan of his action films, his big action films in the mid and late 90s. So they were kind of hoping this film was going to be kind of a nice serious comeback for DMX getting back into film and actually resuscitating Steven Seagal's action film career. So I was just really proud to be a part of it.
That is so amazing, man. 150 films, and I'm trying to think which ones you would like to highlight as well, too. We hit upon a few. You've had...
definitely Beyond the Law, definitely Hanukkah, which was character actor Dick Miller and Sid Haig's final film, unfortunately. But I was just so, again, honored and so proud. I've been so lucky to be in so many amazing films with so many amazing people. City Cats also starred in that picture as well. Really proud of that, and really the 3 of the 5 films of the Killjoy feature film series that I was in that are available on all digital, viewing, streaming, download platforms. All these films, so I'm really really proud of those. Essentially, most specifically, and the picture that I've been currently working on, The Beast Inside, starring Sadie Katz and Vernon Wells and Lorraine Landon. It was just so wonderful to meet them. They were so gracious and professional, and it was just like, it was very surreal to be such a fan of these people throughout my childhood and my career, and then getting a chance to actually work with them. It's just been amazing.
That's amazing. We'll talk about that in just 1 minute. You also had some music out there with Never Try, Flipside, under the DMX caliber, and you also had some other music as well too. You also had just looking right here, you had Perfect, you had Raw and Up, and also your title track as well too. There you are. And tell us about a lot of your music out there, including your 2 current ones.
Never Try and Flipside are 2 singles that actually feature the late great rapper DMX, who unfortunately passed away this year. I had an opportunity to work with him with not only that Beyond the Law film, but he had chosen one of my hip hop dance songs, Flipside, to be on one of his last mixtapes that was called DMX Excalibur. And then he loved the track so much that he did a feature on it, and I released it as a single with him featured on it. And then we did the track Never. He had encouraged me so much to continue to write this hip hop rap that I was doing, and that I also produced myself. And he kept encouraging me to write so much that I had done another one that he really loved where I was going with it, and did another feature for me on it called Never Try. And unfortunately, he never heard the final track before he passed away. But he loved where I was going with it, and I was so gracious to have him and to have him featured on it. And he was just such an incredible man, an incredible artist. And he was really the only person in the music industry, especially in the hip hop rap world, to give a white middle-aged woman with hip hop rap. It's just not the market where such a woman of my gender and skin color is really and age range is really included. So it was really amazing that he really gave me a shot. Excalibur was a mix of artists all around the world. There were 58 artists. There were 53 men and 5 women, and I was the only woman in that age range, and I was the only white artist on the entire compilation. So he really took an interest to me and paid attention to me, and I was just so gracious to be a part of it. And I was such a fan of his and just what he had accomplished in the music industry, and just couldn't believe that he was giving me such a shot. And then his tragic passing hit me really hard, and I'm just so honored to have worked with him right at the end, right before his album was coming out, which is amazing. Exodus, everyone should go download or stream that. And I was working with him right at that same time musically. Wow. The fact that he gave me the time of day and just really endorsed what I was doing was just so phenomenal. And so I included, I released his feature of Flipside featuring him as a single, and it's available on all platforms. And then Never Try is available on my new EP called Welcome to VDMville, which actually combines, it's 6 tracks only, but it combines hip hop, and it combines rap, and it combines pop, and also rock. So check that out. That's also available on all stream platforms, including Pandora Music and iTunes and Apple Music and all the Spotify and SoundCloud and all the goodies.
We certainly will do so, and we'll talk more about the new feature film Victoria is in with Sadie Katz, The Beast Inside. We'll talk about it in just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. And we'll be back with the multi-talented actress, singer Victoria DeMare with The Beast Inside after this time out.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing. Available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Ray Powers, and boy, are you in luck. Right place, right time. Tuned in to The Mike Wagner Show. You heard me.
We're back with the multi-talented actress, singer Victoria DeMare here on the Mike Wagner Show, and she's also got a couple of singles out as well with DMX Excalibur. She appeared in Crypt TV's Featured Creature and More, and reigning hottest horror scream queen for over a decade. And of course, you continue that in Sadie Katz's new movie, The Beast Inside, and tell us more about it.
Oh, it's so amazing working on that picture. I played the demon itself, and I really love playing those creatures. Betty Boop in the Killjoy series was also a creature. She was a demon succubus from hell and required full body makeup and prosthetics and such. So I'd had experience with that. Didn't have quite as long of consecutive hour process to get in such makeup and wardrobe. It was only 3 hours as opposed to 5.5. So that way I felt like a pro. It felt like it was still contacts and wig and full body, and I had these really long claws. So once the claws were glued on and applied, I couldn't hardly pick up or hold anything or do anything. So people were having to help me do things around set until we do the work, and it's such a physical character that, afterwards, like my body is so torn up, and I had actually jammed my knuckle on my right middle finger on my right hand during one of the scenes with Sadie, because we had gotten so into it. It was a scene where I was attacking her, and I didn't feel it or anything at the time, and because you don't feel it when you're in the work and you're in the moment. But I love those physical characters that play those monsters, those creatures. The voice has made my voice my throat kind of sore, and my body feels like I've been hit by a Mack truck. But I feel fantastic to be a part of this production, to be working with such a character, and be careful what you wish for, because I was right kind of towards the end of the year. I was like, I really just like asking the universe. I really love to work on another picture where I'm like, just really get into another character where it's like this really crazy character or some kind of like beast or something, like monster or something. And then, hey, Sadie Katz calls and was like, hey, what are you doing? I'm working on this production. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. So it's really, really been amazing. It's kind of a whirlwind in the moment of the work and the performance and afterwards, and kind of asking everyone, like, how was it? How'd it go? Like, how was that? Was that okay? And they can't really tell what's going on because you're so in the moment and in character, and the stills and the footage that I've seen that I keep looking at it going, God, I that doesn't even look human. That's me. That doesn't even look human. So I think it's going to come out really well. And Sadie seems to be very thrilled with it, and I'm just in awe of her because she's producing this production as well as starring in it, and I don't know how she does it, wearing so many important hats, and she does it with such ease, and she does it so well. So it's really thrilling to be a part of this team in this show.
That sounds amazing. When can we expect The Beast Inside to be released?
I'm not really sure. We're currently in production now, so it'll be a good process of putting it all together and promotion. So I guess they're looking at a 2023 possible festival circuit and premiere. So we can look forward to that coming soon.
That sounds really amazing, and I'm looking forward to it. And where can we find all your works at?
Everything's available, on cable TV, Showtime, any kind of digital streaming service, any kind of anything on iTunes, Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, really anywhere. People have seen it on the El Rey Network, all the pay-per-view sites, DVD and Blu-ray. People have seen my films on airplanes. I mean, I'm everywhere. And if you listen to a digital streaming or digital download service of music, if you're listening to it, I'm on it.
It sounds like it as well too. And you're staying busy, not just an actress, not just a singer, but you're also professional lead, backup, harmony, and also award-winning songwriter, as well as an artist and character actor. It's like, boy, how do you do it? I guess say that. So,
well, thank you so much. I've just really I've dedicated my life to my work because I'm really doing what I dreamed of doing as a little kid. All the things that I was doing in my room, playing as a child, I'm actually doing as an adult, as my profession, as my living. So I'm just enjoying that and enjoying every opportunity and just trying to do it all. There's only 7 days in the week, and you got to give yourself some downtime, and there will inevitably be breaks and rests and whatnot. But I just love my work so much. I love to continue writing songs. I have a catalog of over 75 songs I've written now, and I was a co-author of a book called 88 Plus Ways Music Can Change Your Life, that were a collection of inspirational stories and quotes and anecdotes of all different musicians and songwriters around the world. And I just love how music can heal the world. It can bring the community, the world together as a community, a global community. And you can really help heal and change and inspire people's lives with all kinds of art. So I like to dip my toes into every area where I have a skill and a passion.
And that's very amazing. I love what you do, Victoria. We're here with Victoria DeMare, actress, singer, featuring Sadie Katz's new movie, The Beast Inside, here on the Mike Wagner Show. Just a few more minutes, Victoria. We'd love to have you back in 2022 and beyond. What else can we expect from you next year and afterwards?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I actually have a new comedy feature that's premiering at the Sundance Film Festival this year in Park City, Utah in January of 2022, which is actually... thank you. Golden Globe winner Lena Dunham's picture. She actually wrote, produced, and directed this. She also stars in it as well. It's an incredible cast of people, and I'm featured in it opposite Scott Speedman from the Underworld series and also TNT's award-winning series Animal Kingdom, and he was just amazing to work with. And Lena Dunham was hands down the best director I've ever worked with in my life, and I've worked with a lot of people. So I've worked with well over 100 productions, and I was just in awe of her, and it was just one of the best productions I've ever worked on in my life, and I'm just so thrilled to have been a part of it and to be premiering at the Sundance Film Festival. I've been dreaming of being in a film at the Sundance Film Festival literally for 22 years. I had gone to the Sundance Film Festival as a guest in January of 2000. So to be actually in a film there in January of 2022, keep dreaming out there, kids. keep going and until the grave. And then sometimes when you're in the grave, your work will still live on iconically. So keep going. It's certainly a forever journey. So I'm really looking forward to that. And also, I star opposite Academy Award nominee Eric Roberts in The Rideshare Killer, which is a thriller feature directed by Ashley Myers, who was just wonderful to work with. That's coming out in 2022. And can you believe it? It's going to be 2022. And also,
it's flying too fast.
It's so weird. It's so weird to say that 2022. I'm like, am I saying that right? 2022.
2022. You got it.
I start with Bill Moseley, iconic character actor and horror actor Bill Moseley in Chastise, which is another horror feature that you can look forward to in 2022, directed by Dave Navarro. So just so many really wonderful things and new music as well. I have a new single dropping in January of 2022 called Hypnotize with Detroit rapper Mojo Kenwojo, featuring an incredible rapper named Trizzo Gutta out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And we all came together on DMX's mixtape Excalibur. So it's just really wonderful to have them on my new music.
I'm certainly looking forward to it. You've got a lot going on in 2022, which is great, Victoria. And
thank you.
No problem. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Oh, Lena Dunham. Working with her has just been phenomenal. DMX, I really feel like working with the two of them has really changed my life in so many ways as an artist and just as a human being, and just as a passionate person who really cares about art and how it can affect the world and help people. And I'm really inspired by Gary Oldman's work. I'm really inspired by Cate Blanchett's work. And I'm really inspired of many artists and people who continue to break barriers and do things that people wouldn't expect, like a lot of the young artists that are doing things. I just really think everybody should follow their passion and don't listen to what other people are telling you. Just listen to the voice inside yourself and your own passion and belief in yourself.
That's very important and must be followed by a lot of people. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
It ain't over till it's over. And don't listen to what anybody tells you to do or not to do. Follow your passion and believe in yourself.
And that's a very good advice as well. Once again, actress, singer, very multi-talented, Victoria DeMare here on the Mike Wagner Show with Insane Cats' new movie, The Beast Inside, along with new music, Never Try, Flip Side, and more. Victoria, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Look forward to having you on in 2022 and beyond. And before we go, once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your works?
Awesome. Yeah. I'm on all socials, including Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. My website is victoriademare.com, and my music can be found on all digital platforms to stream or download on Pandora and iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, and beyond. You can look for me in Sharp Stick, which is Golden Globe winner Lena Dunham's new film that she wrote, directed, produced, and stars in. I'm also starring opposite Academy Award nominee Eric Roberts, who's amazing, in The Rideshare Killer. And look for me in Chastise opposite Bill Moseley. My new EP, which mixes pop, hip-hop, rap, and rock, called Welcome to BDMville, is available on all platforms, featuring my new single featuring the late, great rapper DMX called Never Try.
We certainly will do so. Once again, Victoria, very big thank you for your time. You've been totally amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Looking forward to having you back. You've been absolutely terrific. We wish you all the best. You've got a great future ahead of you.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much for having me on. And I'd also like to thank Jimmy Starr, Sadie Katz, and Ellen Shapiro.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing. Available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.